Barack Hussein Obama, the man many hoped would be the peace president when he was elected, bombed 7 countries only during his first 6 years in office. Mr. Obama was elected in 2009 partly of his opposition to the Iraq War and was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize after he assumed office. The arguably optimistic decision taken by the Norwegian Nobel Committee was taken just 9 months into his presidency. We would of course argue that the so-called peace prize is nothing more than a mechanism for control of public perception. It's really at this point only a matter of looking at its list of recipients over the years, and you can quite easily see that it's not at all about promoting peace. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Obama's famous A New Beginning speech in Cairo saw the president declare he was seeking a fresh start between the United States and Muslims around the world, increasing hopes he would be the antidote to George W. Bush's controversial term. The Bureau of Investigative Journalism, BIJ, estimates the Obama administration had launched more than 390 drone strikes in 5 years across Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia, 8 times as many approved during the entire Bush presidency. Afghan President Hamid Karzai used his farewell speech to rally against US strikes one last time. Mr. Karzai, the only president Afghanistan had had since the US-led invasion in 2001, said Washington had wanted war in Afghanistan because of its own interests. "The war in Afghanistan is to the benefit of foreigners," he said in his address, "but Afghans on both sides are the sacrificial lambs and victims." To list all the horrific acts committed under Obama's presidency would take quite a long time, and we have to keep this brief. In summary, since Obama received the so-called Peace Prize, he proceeded to bomb Afghanistan, Pakistan, Libya, Yemen, Somalia, Iraq, and Syria. His so-called scandal-free presidency is probably only a matter of what the public actually has learned so far. Public opinion was still very much controlled by the so-called war on terror, and the people didn't see what was really going on. Let's just say that there are way more than just skeletons in Obama's closet, and his hidden homosexuality will be the least of his problems. Ask yourself this: who knew where the bodies were buried? Well, who directed national intelligence under Obama? What did the deep state do to him? What exactly is Donald Trump a threat to? The swamp is deep and wide and old. What has to happen in order for the public to understand just how corrupt the entire system is? They have to see it for themselves. One might even say the future will prove the past.